So let's find out what exactly is happening with price action of Bitcoin, because if you look at the price structure starting in a 4-hour time frame, I want to show you a very interesting scenario, because the price yesterday when we saw this retracement, the same line which previously acted as a strong line of resistance acted as a support when the price of Bitcoin saw this retracement around 37,000 area. And now the question here is, are we ready for this new movement from here on? Because the price has retested the previous temporary resistance line and flipped it into support, because we are aware if the price is going to see any sort of a movement, then we have to first overcome one obstacle, which for us right now is one very important line of resistance, and that is lying between this 39,600 to 40,000 area. Because if we look at the price structure, ignoring this falling trend line support, you can see this is a right angle broadening wedge where the lower line acted as a strong line of support and the upper line acted as a strong line of resistance. And you can see plenty of attempt to break out of it, but we failed again and again. So that's why right now what we want the price of Bitcoin to do, if the bulls want to show any sort of a movement here to the upside, then the resistance around 39,600 to 40,000 must be flipped into support if the trend wants to show any sort of a impulsive movement here in this manner. Because we know the central line right now where we are finding ourselves is also a very important line of resistance, because the same line, this horizontal line which previously acted as a support, could be acting as a resistance. So for the bulls to take control, what we want the price of Bitcoin to do is to flip this resistance, this central line, into support. And if that is going to happen, and if the deal is also going to close above this 38,900, 38,800 area, then there is a very high probability that we are again going to approach around this 39,600 to 40,000 range. And only after flipping this resistance into support, we will be focusing more on this movement here in this way. Otherwise, this could be a failed attempt to break out of this central line, not even the top of this right angle broadening wedge, and seeing this movement here in this way. So that's why for us it's very important that the daily remains above this 38,000 area. And beside this price action, guys, if you also look at this scenario in a bit different way, let me show you here. So this here is in a daily time frame, and what I'm actually going to do, I am simply going to add this descending channel, because according to this descending channel, we can see the price of Bitcoin got a rejection couple of times from this upper line area, and also support from the lower line area of this descending channel. So that's why what I'm actually trying to show you here, if the price of Bitcoin wants to show any sort of impulsive movement, then we have to overcome this obstacle. I mean, the resistance from this upper line area must be flipped into support if the trend wants to show any sort of a bullish movement. That's why if we do see any sort of a retracement, then 40,000 is where we could be getting gravitated here in the immediate short term, because that's exactly where the top of this right angle broadening wedge is lying around. And if the rejection is going to be there, then this here could be a bigger price retracement, because if you look at this price movement here in this way, it could be looked as a lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of formation. So that is also one reason why for us it's very important that the price of Bitcoin breaks this resistance around this 39,600 to 40,000 range and flip it into support. Otherwise, any sort of a bullish price movement right now in the medium short term could be more of a fake out for Bitcoin. Now, beside this right angle broadening wedge, if you look at the price structure around this area in a bit different way, you can see another scenario is also pointing out that this resistance around 39,600 or 40,000 is a must break resistance line for Bitcoin. Let me show you here. Now let's look at this price action again here in a 4-hour time frame, because in a 4-hour time frame, guys, if you look at the price structure here, what we are witnessing, this actually is flashing more of a inverse head and shoulder type of formation. Because if you look at the price structure here carefully, you can see this is the left shoulder, head, and what we are forming right now could be right shoulder. So if this is going to be in favor of bulls, then also through this inverse head and shoulder, the neckline, which is lying around 39,800 to 40,000 range, must be flipped into support. Otherwise, you can see guys, this could be a movement in this manner, price retesting this 39,000-40,000 range, getting rejection and another bigger pullback from here on, because I showed you with this descending channel, if it's going to fail to break out of this upper line area, then we are going to see another bigger retracement, because with each and every rejection from this upper line area, we have seen a bigger price retracement. So that's why guys, that's why we don't want this price movement also to see another bigger pullback here in this manner, forming lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern. So that is the reason I am showing you all this scenario, which is pointing out right now that 39,600 to 40,000 resistance must be flipped as a support, and if we do that, then we are ready for this new movement here to the upside. Otherwise, this could be playing out more as a fake out and price seeing another bigger retracement. And beside this example that I just showed you, I have another interesting formation which could be also playing out right now with Bitcoin price action. So now let's look at this price action of Bitcoin in a 4-hour time frame one more time, because if you look at the structure here, you can see this is playing out as a double bottom formation, where the price is also forming another movement similar to this one here, has some similarities, where we could be seeing more of a range bound and finally showing this actual breakout type of scenario, because you can see this upper line here was also a strong line of resistance, and in our case this line is also a strong line of resistance. So that's why guys, that's why if the price of Bitcoin is forming another similar pattern to form this right bottom, just like here from the left bottom, then we are also expecting more of a range bound price getting attracted towards this upper line area, and only after flipping this resistance around this 39,600 to 40,000 range into support, right, in a proper support, then we are expecting this new movement to continue from here on, because in that case we will be forming this double bottom formation, and in this double bottom the price target for us is going to be this neckline area before even talking about this higher price target. So for now, we will be more than happy to see the price of Bitcoin flipping this 40,000 resistance into support and heading towards this 45,000 range. So let's see how and whether the price of Bitcoin is going to flip this resistance into support or not. So these are some of the interesting scenarios that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.